How's it, everyone? Citi is ranked the third biggest credit card company based off of transactions in 2020. They amassed almost $400 billion worth of purchases that year. Whether or not you are one of those people who contributed to that number, Citi is a big company. You, your mom, or someone else you might know may actually have a Citi credit card. And today, we're gonna find out why Citi credit cards are so popular. I'm gonna be breaking it down into two different parts. Part 1 is going to be talking about the credit cards themselves and why they are so special. Then part 2 is going to focus on Citi's credit card point system, otherwise known as the ThankYou rewards. And that includes talking about why ThankYou rewards is a good system and might be right for you. But one thing for sure, which is right off the bat a spoiler alert, is that I do not like their name, ThankYou rewards. That wasn't the greatest idea, but anyway, join me on this journey as we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of Citi credit cards. Part 1 is credit cards, and as of right now, Citi offers you around 14 different credit cards to choose from. Most of them are travel related, followed by cashback credit cards, and then they do offer 2 business credit cards. And the first good thing about Citi credit cards are their annual fees, and that's because out of the 14 credit cards, only 4 of them have an annual fee. Yes, technically those Costco Citi credit cards do require you to have a paid Costco membership, so you do have to kind of pay for those cards. But once you have a Costco membership, you could get that card from Citi for no annual fee. And out of those 4 credit cards that have an annual fee, 3 of them cost you $100 or less, while that last one will cost you $450 a year. That expensive credit card is the Citi / American Airlines AAdvantage, Executive, World, Mastercard, and we're going to be talking about that later on. So right off the bat, if you're someone that wants to find a credit card that has no annual fee or has a small annual fee, then Citi might be a good place to start looking at. It is kind of strange though to have like a bunch of no annual fee credit cards, and then you have a few $100 annual fee credit cards, and then boom, out of nowhere, you have a $450 annual fee credit card. Like usually credit card companies are staggering their way throughout that kind of system or tier, if you will, but not Citi. They're just going 0 to 100 real quick. As I mentioned earlier, Citi does offer 14 different credit cards and most of them have no annual fee. So let's go ahead and dive into just a few of them and see if they're any good. And I know that they have technically no annual fees, so they don't cost you any money to actually hold or own the card, but you are paying an opportunity cost. So you don't want to just waste that on a credit card that you're not going to use. If you're just starting off on your credit card journey or you have a bad credit score, then Citi does offer a secured credit card option for you. Now, secured cards don't really make or break a credit card company because the point of the secured card is like training wheels. Like you want to start off using that and kind of help you build your credit score and build good habits and so on. But the ultimate goal is to get rid of that secured card or those training wheels as soon as possible so that way you can make your way to one of those regular credit cards. Secured cards are just temporary, so as you're going through your credit card journey, you do want to close them off or get rid of them most of the time. But long story short, everyone starts from somewhere, and at least Citi gives you an option with the secured card to start with them. And as you progress down your credit card journey, Citi actually has 2 different no annual fee credit cards that you could get next or like earlier in your credit card journey, and they're both pretty solid options. Those 2 credit cards are going to be the Citi Double Cash credit card and the new Citi Custom Cash credit card. The Citi Double Cash card, like the name suggests, is a great credit card because you earn 2% cash back on any and every purchase. Not only that, but it is unlimited, uncapped. They're not holding you back to the amount of cash back that you're earning. So whether you're buying electronics, groceries, gas, clothes, just shopping online or whatever, it doesn't matter because you're going to be earning 2% cash back. Sure, 2% is not a crazy reward multiplier to go nuts about, but it is a solid option, especially since there are no specific reward categories that you are restricted to. And moving on to the Citi Custom Cash card, with this card, you'll be earning 5% cash back on the highest eligible spending category for that month on up to $500 worth of purchases. Now, yes, 5% is a pretty decent reward multiplier, so that's good to have. But yes, you are capped at $500 worth of purchases, so that's like kind of the only downside there. And after that $500 limit, all of those purchases will only be earning you 1% cash back. But you are not tied down to a specific category every month. You have the option, you have the flexibility to choose which eligible spending category that you want to get 5% cash back on in that month, every month. That means one month you could get 5% cash back on restaurants, the next month gas, and the next month after that, change it, and so on. The eligible spending categories that Citi gives you to choose from are restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, select transit, select streaming services, drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, and live entertainment. Again, the fun of this Citi Custom Cash Card is the flexibility, because as you just saw, those are kind of a lot of different spending categories to choose from, and they're pretty popular ones as well, so I'm sure you will have no problem finding which spending category to earn 5% cash back on. And unlike the Citi Double Cash Card, the Citi Custom Cash Card does have a sign-up bonus, so be sure to hit that minimum spend requirement there. Now enough about cashback cards. What if you want to travel? What are some travel credit cards that Citi has to offer? One of the more popular Citi travel credit cards is the Citi Premier card. This is one of those 4 credit cards though that does have an annual fee, but the annual fee for this card is just $95. The Citi Premier credit card is a great card for travel because not only are you earning points instead of cash back, but you're also earning 3 times points on flights and hotels. And on top of that, you're earning 3 times points at restaurants, at gas stations, and also at supermarkets. That means you have 5 different reward categories that will each be earning you 3 times points. The Citi Premier card also has a sign-up bonus, so again, please be sure to hit the minimum spend requirement. The last of this card's benefits are that you have no foreign transaction fees. You could transfer your ThankYou Citi rewards to one of Citi's travel partners, and you'll get $100 off a single hotel stay of $500 or more when you book it through the Citi's ThankYou travel portal, and you get that perk once a year. That is a lot of value for a $95 annual fee credit card. Before I talk about that $450 annual fee card that I brought up earlier, we have to talk about the Citi Costco card. The Citi Costco card comes in 2 different flavors. The first is going to be the personal credit card, and the second is going to be the business credit card variant. Those 2 credit cards are pretty similar, almost identical. They just really differ in the amount of reward multipliers that you get for those categories. Both credit cards though will earn you cash back on gas, not just at Costco, Costco purchases, travel, and at restaurants. I won't talk about those Costco cards anymore because I'm sure if you don't have it already, you've probably heard about it somewhere or seen it somewhere, because honestly, that's probably one of, if not their most popular credit card. And the last credit card that I'll be talking about is going to be Citi's only premium travel credit card that they have to offer. And that credit card is going to be the AAdvantage World Elite Mastercard. That's a really long name. And like the name suggests, it is a credit card specifically for American Airlines. This isn't a dedicated review video about this credit card, so I won't go into too much crazy detail about it. But basically, the whole SparkNotes version is that if you want Admirals Club access, which is the American Airlines lounge, then you will probably want to get this credit card. That's because this credit card will give you and up to 2 guests or family members free access to the Admirals Club around the world. And if you were to buy this Admirals Club lounge access on your own, you would have to spend around $550 to around $650 depending on your American Airlines AAdvantage miles status. You'll also get the benefit of a free first checked bag on domestic American Airlines flights for you and up to 8 travel companions. You also get priority check-in, priority airport screening when available, and priority boarding privileges for you and up to 8 different people that is on the same flight reservation as you. There are also smaller benefits that do come with this credit card. And as far as reward multipliers go, you'll be earning 2 times AAdvantage miles for every American Airlines purchase and 1x miles on everything else. That's literally it. Probably not the most valuable, amazing, premium travel credit card out there, but it's the only one that Citi has to offer. And also, if you really like American Airlines, you really like Admirals Lounge access, then hey, this is going to be cheaper than actually paying for that lounge access. So maybe this credit card's for you. But now we get to finally move on to part 2, which is going to be talking about Citi's credit card point system, otherwise known as ThankYou rewards. And like I said earlier in this video, why ThankYou points? Why ThankYou rewards? To me, it just seems like a lazy name. I feel like they could have made a better name than that, but maybe they're just super appreciative. Maybe they're just super thankful for all you Citi credit card holders. So who knows? But straight out of the gate, Citi points are worth on average around 0.8 cents per point. And that may shock some of you or most of you because usually when we're talking about point valuations, it's always around averaging 2 cents per point or 1 cent per point even. But no, Citi's around 0.8 cents per point. That just shows you the power and flexibility of other more valuable credit card point systems such as Chase's, which will give you around an average 2 cents per point. But at the end of the day, with the Citi credit cards, at least you're getting something back. It's not like you're using a debit card or cash. It's still a credit card. And again, these credit cards are more catered towards those who are just starting out. So maybe they don't need those fancy points redemption offers or methods. And 0.8 cents is, again, better than nothing. But let's talk about those redemption methods that will vary between 0.5 cents per point all the way up to around 1 cent per point. Starting off with the lower tier redemption methods, with your Citi ThankYou points, you could redeem them for things such as cash back, statement credit, Amazon purchases, shopping portal purchases, donations, mortgage/student loan payments, and for flights. Like the case for most credit card points, you'll see the highest redemption value method when you are transferring your points to one of their travel transfer partners. And here is a list of Citi's ThankYou transfer partners, but keep in mind that not every card will allow you to transfer points like this. When it comes to Citi credit cards as a whole, I think I would give them a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. Don't get me wrong though, Citi is a great place to start if, again, you're just starting off your credit card journey or you're trying to rebuild your bad credit. And they do have a few credit cards that are pretty solid to choose from, and the reward point system is passable. Like I always say, there's a place for them, there's a place for Citi to exist. But as of right now, I can't imagine a lot of people use Citi travel credit cards as their main travel card, or that they use Citi credit cards as their daily drivers. Again, I think most people will move their way out of Citi as their time goes on and they go further into the credit card journey and so on. But if you want to see why other credit card companies are popular as well, go ahead and check out one of these videos right here. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fun rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots!